Mimo Bibia Kwaba Eba Melodies TV. So finally the presidency has responded to leaked documents of Professor Frimpong Boateng. Mentioning a lot of people from Jubilee House were more involved in Galamsey. Na netintini ni tietie mu no asemo presidency eka ene se Frimpong Boateng semo a waba beka ni na ya atesem. Almost say a catalog of grievances and hearsay. Not to say Frimpong Boateng ne reporter wo ye no one nkrofo bi asem bi a wonyaaye ena watro mudin ahyehye report ni mu ene atesem nti sa nkrofo no obobo mudin no ne omo nkrofo ni ndi boni bia Frimpong Boateng ne omo wo personal nsem grievances on omo wo personal nsem bi na wa hyeda say wo gu omo nimu asene nya. This is what is coming from the presidency. You read it. Also, the office of the president has rubbished claims made by former Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation and chairperson of a erstwhile Inter-Ministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, in a report on illegal small-scale mining, also known as Galamsey in Ghana. Claims in the report, according to the presidency, are a catalogue of grievances of Professor Frimpong Boateng and could be best described as hearsay. Grievances and hearsay. The presidency also tagged the document as not being an official report before cabinet, as it was submitted in an informal way. It was officially no, and your reporter at that cabinet in him because yan submitting reports no ye, reports no Frimpong Boateng yan submitting ye or submitting no in an informal way. At the outset, it must be pointed out that the documents being discussed was not an official report formally delivered to the office of the president. On the contrary, it can only be rightly referred to as a catalogue of personal grievances and claims made by Professor Frimpong Boateng intended to respond to some issues he faced as chairperson of the Inter-Ministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining. The document was handed to the Chief of Staff at the office of the president on March 19, 2021, in an informal meeting where Professor Frimpong Boateng complained about public attacks and criticisms made about his tenure as chairperson of the IMCIM. The report authored in March 2021 and handed over to the Chief of Staff mentioned dozens of persons in the Kufuor government accused of either being engaged in Galamsey or interfered in the work of the Inter-Ministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. Almost all the persons mentioned in the report have rejected any wrongdoing. The presidency, in a rejoinder, argued that despite the serious allegations Professor Frimpong Boateng made against some government appointees, not a single piece of evidence was adduced or presented to enable the claims to be properly investigated. Inti, as some presidency can say, in some bebre kesiye akesi Frimpong Boateng aka fa nkrofo a wo mo ye djuma of Flagstaff House no. Frimpong Boateng to me antre evidence ba kumpo. What evidence do you need than the Ghanaians ANGRY? Evidence be biom na mu hia. Ghanaians na say, is it not evidence enough? But almost say Frimpong Boateng to me anfa evidence bi amba. Antre se nkrofo a obo mudi no. Omo eye Galamsey. Now, Udia, let's go and let's read the full. Let me read the full report. This is the full statement, right? Let me read the full statement. And then, okay, I'm saying Brana statement no about thing. Also, the attention of the office of the president has been drawn to a publication in the media, ostensibly quoting from a document authored by the former minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, and chairperson of the erstwhile Inter-Ministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining. Inter-Ministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, which allegedly imputes wrongdoing on the part of some government appointees in the fight against Galamsey. At the outset, it might be pointed out that the documents being discussed was not an official report formally delivered to the office of the president. On the contrary, it can only be rightly referred to as a catalogue of personal grievances and claims made by Professor Frimpong Boateng intended to respond to some issues he faced as chairperson of the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. Into what share as some more can Brofa Kesia and say, Embrana Frimpong Boateng, or chairman of a year committee, no, or name Crophobia Asem, Nan Crofa or Neo Munya Asem, no, and now what should I reports we a day Asem Air Mokong, so what my galamsi, what my see, okay. Now, Asem or canon. I see the document was handed to the Chief of Staff at the Office of the President on March 19, 2021, in an informal meeting where Professor Frimpong Boateng complained about public attacks and criticisms made about his tenure as chairperson of the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. I see this was after Professor Frimpong Boateng's tenure as minister had been renewed by the President of the Republic in his second term. The document did not have a transmitter or cover letter, nor indeed an addressee, such as to suggest that it was submitted to the Chief of Staff for action. Charlie. You see, Frimpong Boateng letter now or try no, na any cover letter. Inti letter no, na enya de bia se wa tro letter ne se wo pese letter ne ye yesu edwuma. Ghana, ye jimi o. Ye jimi ma ojo wa o ti ase. Hey, ya say yo. Obi aye report. Accusing Crawford say wo mo say wo mining japade. Say wo mine. Ya say report na nipa kro na ye no. Any cover letter. Ana any cover report letter na wo trotro ni na no wan fa cover nto so. Anye cover nto so ntino. Eno ade na wo de bae no se enyi enim so opese ye yesu edwuma. Such as to suggest that it was submitted to the Chief of Staff for action. Hey, Jesus Christ. Are we seriously doing this to ourselves? So the report is not having a cover letter. So, I mean, you people could not understand, or it wasn't suggested from how the report was submitted, and so it wasn't suggested that the Chief of Staff was supposed to take action on it. Wow, because it didn't have a cover letter. We weren't dreaming. I say it is noteworthy that the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining was a creature of cabinet and was a creature of cabinet, and any formal report on its activities would normally be submitted to cabinet through the cabinet secretary or directly to the President of the Republic as chairperson of cabinet. To date, Professor Frimpong Boateng has done neither. It is important also to point out that whilst Professor Frimpong Boateng makes serious allegations against some government appointees as having been involved in supporting or interfering with the fight against illegal mining, not a single piece of evidence was adduced or presented to enable the claims to be properly investigated. Indeed, the allegations contained in the document are at best hearsay. It is instructive that since Professor Frimpong Boateng's meeting with the Chief of Staff in March 2021, he has taken no step nor acted in furtherance of the matters contained in the document. Inti muwie ya no mo say Professor Frimpong Boateng was also submitted reports no Emma Chief of Staff 2021 no. Or no Professor Frimpong Boateng when take action, when take step. But what was the reason of him submitting it to the Chief of Staff? So in the first place, he submitting it to the Chief of Staff was not enough. The Chief of Staff didn't feel it urgent enough. Then it simply means you were not serious with the fight against Galamsey. If you are serious with the fight against Galamsey and you receive a report on the fight against Galamsey, you don't wait for the person who brought the report to to follow up, say, hey, what steps have you been taking? May the report abremu, ediana moye. Inti nibakuna submit a report ne we no, or no sansun follow up and take a step and act in furtherance to the matters. Hey, am I dear Timu? Oh, am I dear? On my way. So you see how Office of the President they are sort of clearing people. How is it that people who are appointees will not be encouraged. So mbebo how? Also, the president's commitment to fighting illegal mining is unassailable. Hey. Moving free a sonko. Also, the president's commitment to fighting illegal mining is unassailable, and the office of the president welcomes any information on illegal mining. Let me read here. Let me read it because it is funny. I'm going to read it in a funny note. I see. The president's commitment to fighting illegal mining is unassailable, and the office of the president welcomes any information on illegal mining activities, which provides a credible basis for investigation to be conducted by criminal. Masa. You people, you think we are kids in this country, eh? You think we are kids? One ferry. Reports here more debate to you, one ferry. In the say, people in President Akufo-Addo ne aso eye ho no nsemo wo bia be kan form ho bia ye ntro eni ngrofo tan o mo pan o dome level nsemo o kan e fa osafo mafo ho eye ntro ye ba bontin be defend your osafo mafo for a friend saying seat for the end a friend is saying seat for cash. I can say President Akufo-Addo ko program bia a more meta na nche ne ye gye omusika eno so ba bonten eno so nkrofo a ewo president ne ho a e plus mo na dey asem no Kennedy Japan mo na ba be expose you eno so ne yesi ye ntro report e ba Martin Amidu esem oba be kan eno so yesi Martin Amidu ye ntro and the mo nipa Frimpong Boateng sem wa ba be kan no say any more office of the presidency on grow 4 time o papa. Any grow 4 time o. She said, "Ye ya kan fa mo hu bia ye ntro." Any mundie munde nyame ntena. Na se nya grow 4 time no de minim de mo aye o mo a omo de bi o mo twa ntro e fa mo ho. Mo try mo ajo comment box ni mo.